Good morning. I am Benjamin Fleeman, the poet behind Black Box Media and Level 2 Poetry. This is my very first copy of my very first book. This was made available on Amazon back in January. Thanks to the present situation, the hard copy made its way to me last week. This is new and special. The title is SEP7OLOGY. A septology is a group of 7 things. SEP7OLOGY. That is, I could give you an ISBN number, but I think this unusual name is going to make it easier to find than that. It is called septology because my time period in which I wrote these, it was 7 collections of approximately 10 poems, which at the time I was inspired to create this book and create my Instagram. 7 collections were available and put into this book. There's going to be a shorter version of this available on Instagram for those of you that follow me on both. And in this longer one, I'm going to give you 2 or 3 readings of my favorite poems from inside here, although I usually restrict my poetry to Instagram. Instagram has been a much more poetry responsive medium for me. 14 people other than me. I counted 14 people other than me and a dog on a leash at the park. I came for the quiet at 5:45 in a spot by the light in the dark. I think we all came to be alone, although some were already home. A couple not holding hands. She talks, he listens to a micro-scale problem about a coworker's tone and how she feels about it. It's a gray feeling between ash and taupe, about which she speaks for an hour. It's a gray feeling between ash and taupe, about which she speaks for an hour. There's a man who arrived about 6:08 to lay his blanket on a concrete stage. He was muttering like he wanted to fight, then laid down like a kitten to tuck in the night. He was muttering like he wanted to fight, then laid down like a kitten to tuck in the night. Now he sleeps like a laundry pile, hidden in plain sight. A woman in black walks fast and sits slow and upright, bench against back. There's a smile in her sadness that only just makes it worse. I wonder what kept her walking, untalking, till a quarter of dawn. Thinking of the ugliest answer is my curse, not sure of the cure. Is it something she avoids or something she endures? Is it something she avoids or something she endures? I counted 14 people other than me. I think we came to be alone. Who needs friends when you have words? Who needs friends when you have words? Friends are unreliable, but words have time and solar rays. I'm here at a stone table creating worlds with a purple notebook and an Inkjoy papermate. The others came to be alone in 2s and 3s and kids. I'm not different, except I'm a 1 and a 0, and sometimes I don't exist. I exist in the pages. I exist in the pen. Who needs friends when you have stories? Friends are puddles, but stories are wells that angels drink. Wet socks and liminal coffees do not fulfill as long as humans think. You seem born to be distracted by the laundry and the dishes and the kids. I'm too forlorn to be protracted. I'm a 1 and a 0, and sometimes I don't exist. I exist in the pages. I exist in the pen. Who needs friends when you have poetry? Friends are interjections, but poems are stars and paragraphs and wind. I'm surviving in the spaces, the days and hours between socks, conversations, and friends. You live in the puddles, the brown slurry, and the baleful, boreful end. I am hiding in your hurry. I am a 1 and a 0, and sometimes I don't exist. I exist in the pages. I exist in the pen. You didn't see the artist. You didn't see the artist. You didn't see the paint. You only saw the canvas when the dark was very late. You didn't see the contemplation of subtle color, vibrant shape. How can you say you know the artist? How can you claim to know his name? You didn't hear the poet. You didn't feel the monastic cell. You only saw the paper at the end of the story's tell. You didn't hear the twilight handling of cautious word and fragile theme. How can you claim to know the poet? How can you claim to know what he means? You didn't feel the singer. You didn't feel his cage. You only felt the mic stand. You only felt the stage. You didn't feel the measurement of nuanced breath and careful sound. How can you say you feel the singer? How can you claim to know the clown? You didn't taste the meaning. You didn't taste the inner core. You only tasted the lights and magic, missing the ocean as you find the shore. That's 3 selections from here, from SEP7OLOGY by Benjamin Fleeman. It is available on Amazon as an ebook and is a sturdy hard copy book. I just want to tell you that there is a special feeling that comes from having written a book that's available to be purchased, but there's a second feeling that comes from having it as a hard copy you can touch with your hands. That may have to do with my age, that I grew up with hard copy books and don't relate well to ebooks. Please read what you want to read, but these are hardcover book is physically reassuring to me. Thank you so much for listening. Hope that you enjoy SEP7OLOGY, and I will be working on my second book, which is to be called Omegafication Blues, which is 100 poems, each one with a curated photograph that goes along with a poem. The 100 poems are written, and I've just purchased a new phone that I'll be able to use for the photograph elements of it. As always, pray more, complain less.